Hello my beautiful fragrance family, Dustin here, fragrance fan. Go ahead and do me a solid and click that like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell notification, and I'm just going to keep on giving you guys these budget-friendly fragrance reviews, $40-ish and $100 range, and most of these are way less than that, and a good number of these you can find at your local rack stores. And the one I got for you today is one that I have already done a video on, but it was a first impressions, and since then I have worn this thing several times so I can accurately tell you, with my experience, how this thing behaves. And I'm talking about the new release of Hollister's Canyon Rush. One of my favorite colors. I don't know what's going on the top, if it's like supposed to be like, probably mountain, because the name Canyon implies that. And I love the way that the gray looks with this. It's a nice looking color. Youthful looking bottle, of course, youthful. Standard seagull on the top. And the Atomizer, I love this. When they click real nice into place, I like that almost as much as a magnetized Atomizer. Nothing to be magnetized, a good magnet, but the click is satisfying nonetheless. The Atomizer is slightly lackluster, but it does the job. So, go over some of the notes with you guys real quick. It's got stuff in the top like pepper, watermelon, violet. In the mid, there's a bunch of florals, like there's geranium. There's magnolia. In the base, there's things like amber and cedar wood and stuff like that in the base of this thing. With that being said, I'll try to put this in simple terms on the way this smells. Per the opening, it takes on an Elysium vibe to me. Kind of reminds me of like Hugo Reverse. I don't own personally Elysium, but the way that it acts is kind of like Hugo Reversed or like Fragrance World's Imperium or something like that. It has a vetiver smell to me. Not a very, very green vetiver, more like the hay woody kind of a vetiver. And that's probably the cedar wood mixed in with some of the floral notes or something like that, giving it that kind of a feel. During the dry down, about 45 minutes into this thing, it starts to take on like a Sauvage-like aspect, where Sauvage is very citrusy, ambroxan, woody, peppery. You know, it's very, Sauvage is a spicy citrus, like a peppery, citrus, woody, aquatic ambroxan type of fragrance. This has all that minus all that ambroxan. And ambroxan can be hit or miss for some people. Some people don't like it. Other people, it's like magic to them. This one doesn't have so much of that in it, but it does have that kind of a feel. It almost has an ambroxan feel without having any ambroxan in it. This is a fresh fragrance, appropriate for higher heat. Really good for like the gym or something like that. Great dumb reach gym fragrance. This is one of those kind of fragrances that I would not be surprised if it pulls in a ton of compliments, and also would not be surprised if it got low ratings, because it is not breaking the mold by any means, because it's just, oh, to some people, another fresh, spicy, or not spicy, fresh, kind of peppery, woody, citrus type of a fragrance. Let's not take anything away from this thing though. It really actually smells good. Overall rating, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. It's got average performance, but the scent profile alone is a little bit above average. I'll put it like this. I got this 1 ounce for $10, right? And if I know what it smelled like, and I seen the 3.4 ounce bottle for $20, I probably would have scooped it up, because I know that this is the type of fragrance that I'm going to keep on reaching for a lot of times for the gym. I go to the gym a lot, and I'm going to reach for stuff like this. I reach for Hugo Reversed a lot. I reach for Elysium a lot. I reach for my Azara Chromes and super fresh fragrances. This is one of those. Really good for that. Compliment kind of fragrance. Very, very crowd pleasing. Very easy to like. You can roll the dice on this, and more than likely you will like it. Will it blow your socks off? Probably not. But is it great smelling? I really enjoy this thing. It has just enough of that. It's a mild dose of that black pepper. Let me smell this thing again. I really enjoy the way that it smells. In the opening is that mild dose of black pepper. You get some smooth saffron, a little bit of that cedar, kind of giving it that vetiver type of a feel, and some real light amount of amber. There's a little amber in this. It's very mild, but the florals kind of kind of iron all that stuff out, like the cedar and the pepper and stuff like that. The like heart of this thing, which is florals, which is what this thing is kind of like structured around, really irons all that harshness out. So the harshness that, like, you know, spices and stuff can be, and cedar can be piercing, but it's not piercing. It's like reeled back just enough to where it's not real aggressive or anything like that. This is a nice little cheap summertime. I know that it's like almost the winter, but I feel like reviewing this thing, so that's what I'm doing. Good little fragrance. 6 out of 10. Youthful? Sure. Mind-blowing? No. Good? Absolutely. If you want a nice gym fragrance, if you don't think you have enough, or if you just want another nice one, check this one out. Like I said, opening, it's kind of like Elysium. Dry down, gets a little bit more like Sauvage, just not as like heavy, you know what I mean? So, good fragrance, all in all, and it's got a check mark for me. So, that's my final thoughts on Hollister's Canyon Rush. With that, I'm out. Y'all be blessed, take care of yourself always, and until next time.